Hello, everyone. Welcome to Divine Light and Love Oracle with Stella. Happy Wednesday. It's July 10th, 2019, and I hope that everyone has had an amazing day. And I look forward to sharing the messages with you this evening. Wowie zowie, guys. The energy is off the charts, and I'll tell you why. We know that there has been some pretty intensive chakra clearing and activations that have taken place over the past few weeks, and it is specific to the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy coming into integration. Hi, darling DJ. And so it is so exciting because unlike hi Devora, unlike typical energy readings, Spirit had me do something different, which was kind of like, okay. There are a couple of decks that I was led to, and I was to shuffle all those cards from the different decks together as one. And I thought, well, that's interesting, but I understand now why. This is the integration of the masculine and feminine in union within ourselves and soul mates that we have come into contact with on this journey. And what Spirit wanted me to share with you is to be aware of the potential synergy between yourself and soulmates that you're being guided and directed to for such a time as this. And so I'm just super excited to share these messages with you. And right before we get like deep underway, one deck that Spirit had me pull out by itself was the Life Purpose deck from Doreen Virtue. And so there were just a few cards that came out, but I did feel that prompting that I needed to go ahead and bring these out first before we get underway with the readings. So greetings to everyone in the room. It's a blessing to see all of you here. And so I just invite our divine source, Mother Gaia, our angels and ascended masters, and spirit guides to be with us as we prepare to receive these messages. And I want to tell you that it's about hope. Have hope and have faith that good, positive, uplifting things are coming your way. Get excited. Okay, so the first card, oh great, nice, that came out is you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. With that beautiful violet angel right there. So not only are you on the right path, but you're protected during this journey. So, like the Journey song says, don't stop believing. The next card that came out is freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Choose love. Choose peace. Choose happiness. Choose high vibrational, high frequency emotions, feelings, and experiences, and build a cocoon around yourself so that you get nice and nourished. And when you are ready, like the butterfly, you're going to emerge from that cocoon with freedom to do whatever it is that you desire. Okay? Energy healing. I love it. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. If you are here right now in this space, you have got to understand there are no coincidences and no accidents. If you are just now hearing this for the first time, that you are a powerful light worker with energy healing abilities, well then congratulations. I'm excited to say welcome to the club. Our journey as twin flames, transitioning into these beautiful big bright torches, these splendid torches that are part of this massive collective inferno of light, we have power, and in that power, we have healing properties and abilities. And depending on what modality is, drawn to you or you're drawn to it, pay attention to those things. Some people are going to be interested in learning Reiki. Some people are going to be interested in breath therapy. Someone may be interested in sound bath. Someone may be interested in crystals. Someone may be interested in acupuncture, massage, water therapies, music, sound therapies, whatever it is, food, nutrition. I mean, everything has a vibration. Please understand, it is so important for you right now to tune in to energy. Pay attention to your own energy, your own fluctuations. Pay attention to the energy of what people are saying to you or how they're demonstrating things to you, because energy does not lie. And so I just want to encourage you to keep your frequency high, keep your vibrations high by taking extra good care of yourself and recognizing that you have the ability to heal not only yourself but others through energy. Okay, creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. That's part of your energy profile. If you are doing things like eating well, sleeping well, you're out in nature, you're exercising, you're laughing a lot, you're, doing things, but you're not giving your creativity a voice, a platform to be experienced, there's a missing link there. And I'm encouraging you to please tap into whatever it is that resonates with you. Are you a writer? Are you a painter? Are you someone who cooks delicious meals? Are you someone who creates music? Are you someone who creates crafts? Are you someone who likes to, do nature projects and create landscaping and gardening? Whatever your thing is, please give it a voice. Please give it a platform, because that is another part of your energetic profile that is longing to be released, and it will help so many people. You may not think so, but just by you doing what you should do for you, it inspires others. Like, oh wow, did you see that Susie started a community garden? And it's like, no, I didn't know that. And then someone starts thinking, well, wow, I was thinking about, volunteering for helping with, the animal shelter. It's like this chain reaction. So please allow yourself the power to be creative and to give that creativity a voice and legs. Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. If you are noticing that you are being drawn to high vibrational foods, that's no accident. Your body is craving those dark leafy green vegetables, those beautiful blueberries and strawberries and nutrient dense vegetables and fruits. And it's because your body wants to absorb the minerals, and the blood needs the oxygen to flow so that you are functioning at your best. And so if you're noticing that you need more good nutrition in your life, please make every stride possible to do so, because your body needs the right fuel in order to sustain itself at its optimal peak performance. And I just want to encourage you to please tap into those things that you're craving that are good for you and go with that. Just make sure that you use good wisdom and discernment if you need to consult a medical professional or holistic professional as to what is safe and best for you. But whatever you can do to keep your temple fine-tuned is going to benefit you. Strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Yeah, it has, I'm sure for a lot of people along the twin flame journey, There have been some real high highs and there have been some real low lows. But what I can tell you is the bridge between the high highs and the low lows is the strength, the character, the integrity, the faith that you developed to become the greatest version of yourself. And you are protected by the angels. You are supported by Mother Gaia. You are divinely guided by our source and the universe, the divine. So know that all of the growing pains you've experienced thus far are always for your greatest and highest good. Next, the card that came out was sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes accordingly. So I know earlier in one of the lives, I think it was this week, yeah, probably Monday, Spirit had me laughing when I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to say that out loud, that you may need to show some people to the door or allow them to show themselves to the door. Energy is impacting you on this journey. The people that you are associated with, that you allow to come into your energy field, play a part in how you are affected. And we've had several cards from different decks indicating the absorption of energy from other people. So because your sensitivity is increasing, you're going to have to take extra precautions to look after yourself and make the necessary adjustments and changes. For some people, it's the location that they live in. For some people, it's the vehicle they're driving in. For some people, it's, the community that they're in. And so I'm not surprised that people are thinking about moving and making some boss moves and transitions out of careers and relationships that are not for their highest good, because energy does not lie. And so where love flows, intention goes. So set your intentions on things that are going to bring you more, as our King Triton would say, peace, love, and happiness. And it's going to give you so much more freedom and the ability to live your best life right now. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Your heart's true desires. Your heart knows the way. Your knower always knows. But what's interesting today, I was at a museum with my daughters, and what was so interesting to me is everywhere I was drawn, it had something to do with time or time and travel, and clocks and books about time and quantum energy and just all kinds of interesting things. But I was taking pictures of them along the way. But I recognized it is time to decide. It's either one day or day one. Whatever it is that you have been divinely guided to create or do it. Do it now. Make your decision so that the universe can support you, because, we don't want to be wishy-washy. We want to have, okay, I would like to do this. And then you just start moving in that direction and allow things to unfold and allow yourself to be divinely guided. But it is time to make that decision on what you're about to do. And there it is again, your heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So you're not going to be left in the dust here. As soon as you decide, the universe intends to support your heart's desires. Look at it right there. Make the decision based on your heart's desires. And then here's your heart's desires. And not only is it about your heart, but the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you. So get after it. Whatever it is, do not procrastinate or delay. It is a confirmation to you. Whatever it is, that's private. It's between you and the divine, but you know what you're supposed to be doing. So get at it. All right, everybody. So Before we start the messages, I'm so excited about this because, well, I'm just normally excited by default, but this integration of the masculine and feminine energy has taken on such a beautiful chapter in this love story. It's just, it's very exciting to see what's coming down the pike. The potential, the synergy between divine masculine and feminine energies aligned in the vibration of truth and love. The world is going to see some amazing creations birthed as a result of these energies being in union, integrated within oneself. And so I know many times as we see different readings and readers and they're talking about the specific energies of the moment, what I'm here to tell you tonight is the hope factor that I feel like many people are missing. I know energy is fluid, but I'm here to tell you this is a formula that Spirit is showing that is taking place. And as long as you are tuned in and recognize it, you will be able to read the energy of those individuals around you to determine if that energy is divine or distorted. And so it'll help you to not spin your wheels or spend as much time hanging out in places with people who have distorted energy, because what that does is it begins to draw and suck the energy out of you, because it takes a lot of effort and energy to maintain a connection, and at best it's really an attachment, not even a true connection, with people in the distortion energy. And so Spirit wants you to know there are energetic signatures, markers that are going to help you identify individuals that are high vibration, high frequency, soul mates, mates to your soul, amigos, amigas, compadres, mon frere, your friend. You'll recognize these high quality individuals, and you'll recognize the potential synergies between the two of you if you allow yourself the opportunity for the universe to intercede and intervene and divinely guide you towards one another. So that resistance energy has come way down. And why I have this Rumi deck out, because Spirit said you're going to use this as the foundation, and I was like, okay, interesting. About Rumi. This quote was first on my radar when I had been visiting Melanie with Whole Again 1111's channel, which, by the way, she's got some exciting stuff coming up, so please make sure to visit her channel. The quote on there was, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all barriers within yourself that you have built against it." This wisdom from Rumi is so powerful because people who remain in distortion do not desire or have the motivation or the willingness to break down, find, seek any barriers that they have built that would stop them from giving or receiving the highest vibration of all, which is love, or experiencing healthy intimacy, a healthy connection. And so for those of us who are here at this channel, I strongly believe you're here because you have been doing the work, or you, like all of us, are a work in progress, and you recognize that at this very minute in time, you are moving in a positive direction for your own well-being, and you are now being introduced or reacquainted with connections with individuals who are on the same frequency and resonance. So it's becoming easier to communicate, easier to collaborate, easier to connect with like-minded individuals. And it feels so good to be alive, baby, as Ralph Smart says, because it does. It feels incredible. It's like if you have been in a foreign country and you encounter someone who speaks the same language as you. it is so freaking exciting. You're just like, oh my gosh, hi. You know, there's a communication. You're able to understand one another. And because of that, you feel a sense of peacefulness because you found an individual or individuals that are like-minded, and that is so powerful. So that's what's happening at this very moment in time. So the third eye chakra we've talked about, and the heart chakra we've talked about. We had to get past these eclipses of the heart in order for the divine masculine and divine feminine energies to come into union together. Okay? So the divine masculine's third eye being open allows them to see past the 3D. It's that eye right there between your eyes, so to speak, that is illuminated with a tremendous amount of discernment and spiritual understanding. The divine feminine, her heart chakra has gotten opened up enough that the deeper chambers of the heart are now activated. And so there is a trust on this side with the masculine and a love on this side, a nurturing love with the feminine, that when the two come together as one, it is absolutely beautiful and incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and put the divine masculine right here where he belongs with that third eye. And let me put the divine feminine over here. Now, what Spirit brought out through these cards is that the divine masculine is now in a place of spiritual maturity. Divine feminine energy can trust this type of energy from the divine masculine because it's not wishy-washy. Okay? What's happened for the divine feminine is now she has emotional freedom. And so the divine masculine can trust the divine feminine because her emotions are under control and governed. They flow freely because the heart chakra has been open and activated. And so going forth with this reading, before right in the middle, Spirit just said, go ahead and put it there. What's happened is now these two energies can communicate to one another with more ease now. More ease, which is incredible, because this is how you're going to recognize energetically if an individual is a match for you. And you guys know I love to kick it old school with the magnets, but this, I'm not even going to bother showing you what it looks like when the energies aren't aligned, because we're talking about alignment now. Do you see how easy these come together? It's because the vibration is a match. We're not talking about Pookie and them anymore. We're talking about these individuals who are a match, a mate for your soul, that are coming in both platonic and romantic. Okay, so the very first card out the gate that Spirit indicated for tonight is this: Visions of Life Beyond Death. So I'm going to ask for those of you who are in the chat, if you can see these cards, if you could please share what you are seeing in this particular card that stands out to you, because this is how we as a collaborative group of light workers, we serve and help each other. And I'm going to try to zoom in a little tighter just so that you can see. But what is it in this card that you see that stands out to you? Because there's definitely several things that I saw right off the bat, but I'd like to give you an opportunity to share. And yes, hello to everyone who's just entering into the room. Hello, Ingrid, Radhika, Matt, Viana, excuse me, Kate, darling DJ, Lois. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. So glad that you're here. So this is so exciting because moving forward, there had to be a death that occurred in this journey. That old saying, out with the old and in with the new, it's because it's time for the shift to happen. It is time for the paradigms to shift because you are in a new vibration, a place that you haven't been before. And so everything must change. It can't stay the same anymore. You're no longer the same. You're evolving faster than Pokemons at this point. You know what I mean? Because the spiritual maturity and emotional freedom has taken place. So now emerge the new you. I love that we have an owl at the top. We have an owl and a peacock, womp womp, merged together up at the top. The two become one. Owls do represent a spiritual maturity. Peacocks have this beautiful, their feathers, their feather span, and the way they carry themselves is just so graceful and gracious. And you see that there's all kinds of different things going on in the background, and maturity as indicated by the white hair and the wrinkles. There's a lot going on. You've had to grow up through this process, you know? A spiritual, emotional growing up has happened. Thank you. There you go. A growing up has happened. A maturity process has happened. This is why things cannot be the same. That's right, the spider webs. There was a lot of confusion, deception that people were caught up in this twin flame journey. But now things are being illuminated as indicated by this third eye over here, and the stars and the owl again over here. A maturity has taken place, and now you are able to see life beyond the death of the twin flame journey in your life. Okay? I know people aren't going to love to hear that, but I'm telling you the truth. Many people have had to die to themselves in this journey when it became a scenario of unrequited love because the other person was in an energy of distortion and would not return affection, communication, respect, all of those things. It was hurtful, it was mind-blowing, and it felt like, that saying, let go or get dragged. It felt like you got dragged over and over, or like Charlie Brown and Lucy. You would put the football, or you would expect to be able to kick the football, and then it would get snatched away from you. That is not a healthy connection. That is a toxic attachment. And as much as you care for that person, if they do not treat you with the respect and integrity and love and honor, then show them to the door or let them show themselves to the door. And it is perfectly fine to do that, because where you are now, you have the potential to connect with individuals that know how to have a relationship with you that is good for your soul. Okay? And it very well could be the person you identified as your twin. Perhaps they just weren't ready in the timeline that you were ready initially, because, as Rumi said, Rumi is our foundation here, there were barriers to love and intimacy that are still intact. So there you have it. So it says, a sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. That's referring to soulmates, folks. People that you weren't even open to giving a chance to because you had your mind and heart fixed on one person that may or may not have been returning your affection. Okay? The gift of genuine vision takes you into being into the being of the universal creator. This is sacred terrain. It's beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. You are now more open to receiving true vision, and the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed or lost or to die, but there is love within always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of loss. However, it does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. If you're here tonight and you have been struggling through this twin flame journey because of a counterpart that you approached who was in distortion energy, I believe you are not here by accident. It is time to receive peace, to transmute the pain of that circumstance, to move forward. The vision of love, which, by the way, Kate, if you can pop the Vision of Love lyric video from Mariah Carey in, because that's a direct reference to a song that Spirit just gave us right now, is the truth of all that is can move us more than anything else possibly can. I'm going to say that again. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. And if you've been wondering about your life path, or whether you should take action on a project, or you need inspiration to move out of a slump you've fallen into, this oracle brings you a message of hope. You guys, we can't make this up. We started off with this deck, Life Purpose. The cards were telling us, get on your grind and move into whatever your heart desires. This is no accident. I verbally said to you, this is about hope. Here we are being confirmed. This oracle is bringing you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced in a way out of the stagnancy, and you will be able to see things more accurately. Any confusion or uncertainty that you have felt is going to pass. You are going to be left with clear insight. The stories that you've been feeling, feeding yourself, or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that's coming to you is going to be more truthful and freeing. It will be worth the shock, the surprise, or the moment of embarrassment when you realize that you've been operating under false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of a situation. Those moments will pass. They are not something to feel bad about. They signify that you're leaving behind a smaller view for a more expansive one. They're a sign that you've outgrown your old vision in order to live a bigger one. This is good. This might be the moment when your ego feels a bit dented, but be sure that that's going to pass in time. Okay? This oracle comes to you with guidance that you are watched over by life, you are held in protection, and whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. You will prevail. If you're concerned about someone getting away with something or blocking your path and that it seems that there is nothing you can do about it, don't worry. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. There's the universal mother. She misses nothing, and the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. This oracle is also asking you to shift your perspective. Look at an issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of this healing process. And we're going to do the healing process because Spirit wanted this message brought out, and we brought out the big guns tonight, y'all, and you'll understand why in a minute. But we're going to say, or type in the chat, I call upon the universal eye to show me the way. I'm paraphrasing it, but it says this: It says, I call upon the universal I to show me the most helpful way to see this situation of concern now. In shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. Ladies and gentlemen, please hear me when I say this. You are master manifestors, alchemists, and magicians. As you are calling forth for change, the energy is going to change. In shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. You can see this with people. When you shame and judge someone, they react differently when they are loved and encouraged. They may succeed nonetheless, but the journey to that success will be different. Looking at something through the eyes of love rather than fear can help us find our way more quickly. This oracle comes with additional messages that your ability to perceive is expanding into truth. Your ability to be inspired and see the light of all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance because you are going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you chose to show up in this world. This healing process is going to help. It's going to help you to accept and anchor developing your gifts. And so I'm going to ask everyone to take a moment, and I know that I definitely encourage and appreciate everyone in the chat, but I want to take a moment to share something with you. This is a healing process that I believe is going to transform and change our lives for the better. And if you are willing to take this in and digest it and marinate on it and let it really soak in, it's going to make the difference. It's going to make a tremendous difference because it is time to boldly step forward in truth. What I just saw in my mind's eye as I was about to move forward in the message is if you have been to a funeral and you have seen the moment where they have closed the casket, or they have lowered it into the ground, or they have loaded it into the mausoleum, there's a finality about that. This is an opportunity for you to shut the door on any delusions and false perceptions that you embraced for however long in the twin flame journey. Because don't go back and don't look back because you're not going that way anymore. It is about the vision of life beyond the death of the connection, attachment, relationship that you once had with the person you perceive as your twin and yourself. And so if you are ready, I believe in faith that vibrationally, just as we just read, that the energy can change based on what you believe. I want to share this with you. I've called upon a very special member of our team, Radhika, to read this healing process. There's something very powerful vibrationally about her voice and about her heart and the way that she speaks that will resonate with you if you are open. So please take a moment to center yourself. Take a moment to, step away from any distractions. It's only going to take about three and a half or so minutes, but this is very powerful, and I hope that you receive this and take this in. So whether you are in the live or you are watching the playback, I believe that this powerful healing process is going to help. And so I'm going to go ahead and play it now.
Namaste all. I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth, with seeing beyond the veil of illusion, or with my inner vision opening up from my heart, my mind, and my body. I release any wounding I have received in relation to what I have witnessed at any time, especially where it is based in the fearful responses of others. I ask that my vision be restored to its fullness through compassion and unconditional love. So be it. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Imagine love, pure love, pouring down from the universe straight into your head, reaching beyond your eyes and feeling really, really good. When you have had enough of this, simply, slowly open your eyes and imagine you can breathe or exhale any excess energy gently out through them. Then you have finished your healing process. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Radhika, for your willingness to lend your talent to this time and space. It's with great appreciation and humility that I thank you for reading that healing process. That healing process is really meant for the ears of your heart to hear with. I'm going to go back through it briefly just so that line by line, I just want you to know for your 3D ears, because I believe the ears of your heart are going to receive that. But for your 3D ears, the healing process is I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth. In this journey, we may have done a number on ourselves by not allowing the truth to come through clearly so that we can make healthy choices and decisions. Then it says, with seeing beyond the veil of illusions, or with my inner vision opening up from my heart, mind, and body. Prior to these chakras being open, I feel that we were still, it's like, we were on the edge of that breakthrough, but I believe now that these chakras have been opened and illuminated, we are now at the precipice of our breakthroughs personally and as a collective. Okay? It says, I release wounding any wounding that I've received in relation to what I have witnessed at any time, especially when it is based in the fearful responses of others. This is relating to the total eclipse of the heart, where memories, irrational thoughts, traumas that were once stored in the recesses of your mind were eclipsing the divine intuition of your most beautiful, sacred, precious heart. Then it says, I ask that my vision be restored to its fullness through compassion and unconditional love, so be it. If your vision, which that's why we talked about, the universal mother, even though her eyes are closed, she has eyes in the back of her head. The third eye chakra is also open. Your vision has been restored. This is why it's of great importance for you to open the eyes of your heart and open the third eye chakra so that you are able to see through illusions and feel deep down inside the unconditional love and compassion for yourself first, then others. Oh, good night, Victoria. Good night. So, hopefully, if you took time to embrace this beautiful healing process orated by Radhika, you will recognize that energy is flowing. The vibration within her voice is a vibration of unconditional love. And if you were wise enough to catch that, then you received something very special. And I hope that it will bless you and transform you and help you transmute any residual pain that was set up in your mind, body, or spirit. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground pretty quickly here, guys. And so these next cards came from 3 different decks that Spirit had me shuffle together to bring forth the messages. They include the Sacred Geometry Oracle Activations deck, the Rumi Oracle, and the Crystal Mandala Oracle. And so this is now to give you hope and encouragement and hopefully a watchful eye for when you come into contact with individuals. Oh, and I forgot one more, this Sacred Rebels Oracle, that's going to help you identify high quality, high frequency, high vibrational individuals that are coming into your energy field. First card out. You're going to discover that you have an unconditional trust with this individual. It's probably going to defy logic because if you're a very guarded person, you're going to be a little shocked that you're able to open up and express trust to another individual. And so that is absolutely outstanding. These are the kind of people that help lift you out of darkness because you can speak to them about what some of the most intimate things about your life are that the general public is not privy to. And so in this sense, Ascended Master, Mother Mary, and Celestite are very helpful as you are navigating connections, healthy connections with mates to your soul, soulmates coming into your life. Passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. These high vibrational individuals have a passion for service. They love it. They love serving. They're passionate about mission work. They're passionate about helping people. This is one of the ways that you'll be able to identify high vibrational individuals that are coming into your life. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. For when we allow, the universe becomes our partner in this wondrous dance of existence and expansion. The universe wants to assist and help, but you have to not resist what the universe is bringing to you. You know, it's like someone shows up at your door with a gift and you either are afraid to open the door or you slam the door because you don't want to accept the gift. Make sure that you are vibrating at a high frequency and that you have shed resistance and that you allow the universe to step in and help bring high quality individuals of both a romantic and a platonic nature to your life. Ascended Master Merlin and Mystic Merlinite. Read the energy. Energy doesn't lie. Hi, Leo Sun. Hi. Energy doesn't lie, guys. And if you encounter someone who, just about anybody can keep up a mask for a hot minute, but eventually the mask is going to fall off. So it is going to behoove you to be mindful and read the energy. I know we've talked about that card, the Snow Queen, before. We've talked about Eva before. And I'm telling you, those are very powerful, destructive energies. So be very mindful of the individuals that you interact with and allow into your energetic field. Okay. Focus on the light. This is serving instead of swerving. This is you in union with yourself, you being called to mission work as a light worker, you knowing that what is for you will never pass you by. Therefore, you do not need to focus on one individual and trying to come into union with them, because we are one and you already have everything that you need. It's already inside of you. And as I showed you those magnets earlier, the individual who is the match, the vibrational match, will be drawn to you. They will. Ah, there it is. Commitment. So the high quality, high frequency individuals that you're encountering are no strangers to commitment. They're not commitment phobes. They don't have a problem putting their whole self in or taking their whole self out. They're acquainted with the hokey pokey, and they're not doing the wishy-washy moves and turning all about. They're either going to put their whole self in or put their whole self out because they have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. So these divine masculine and feminine energies are prepared to commit to the journey with high quality, high frequency, high vibrational counterparts and soulmates. You can't make this up. Okay? Sacred union does require commitment. It means that, there was a quote that I saw. It says, that, givers, they water each other and they don't drain each other, This sacred union that's taking place inside of you is what's going to make you so attractive to others because you are serving and not swerving. You love yourself. You respect yourself. You allow the universe to work fluidly in your life so that you are always going with the flow. You're not fighting like Rocky Balboa, Ayo Adrienne. You're just letting life happen and unfold the way that it's supposed to with no resistance to the process. The right choice. Number 11 card. The right choice is you do you, boo. You get out there and live your best life with your cute self. Be happy, be joyful, be peaceful, be loving, and allow the universe to assist you and guide you to the right choices. Oh my goodness. Getting hot in here. The lover and the beloved. Yes, this is somebody who understands you. They get you. They get you. You don't have to use a translator to figure this out. The conversation between these two hearts is just beautiful. They get each other. You're going to understand one another because your hearts speak a language that is, cohesive, you know? And even if there were misunderstandings of some sort, these two are like, they're going to work it out. They're going to figure out whatever it takes. I heard in my mind just now the Sade song, "This is no ordinary love." These individuals, your soulmates that are coming through, they are loving, high quality individuals that have nothing but good intentions towards you. Yep. Realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. When the divine masculine energy, the switch was flipped with the third eye chakra, the divine masculine became aligned with truth, and spiritual maturity took place that allowed the divine feminine's heart to open up. If you guys can imagine, it's like a series of gears or like dominoes falling into place. When that happened, it allowed the divine feminine to have more emotional freedom instead of playing these silly games of hot, cold, hot, cold. He loves me not. I don't love him if he don't love me. None of that anymore. The divine feminine's heart says, I feel safe enough now that I'm free. Emotionally, I'm free to be the greatest version of myself and show up in this world as my greatest expression. And as she does so, so does the divine masculine. He knows that he's not about to get punked or played out, and he can show up as his greatest version. Yep, because good communication can now take place. These are the individuals that there's no game playing. Back in the 80s, there was a song by Michelet called No More Lies. No more lies. There's no lies here. Aligned with the vibration of truth and love. These two can communicate. These are the kind of individuals that your energy is worth focusing on, guys. This is the type of individuals that are capable of having positive, uplifting connections that can go the distance. Okay? Because of the communication. That throat chakra, which is on the base of this, is open now. So masculines and feminines and divine energy are going to be opening their hearts, their minds, and speaking up about their feelings, their thoughts, their hopes, their dreams. Crossroad of destiny. For many people, it is going to feel like a crossroad of destiny, like how the frig did I get here? Because you thought you were going one way and your journey took a sharp left turn at Albuquerque. And it's so beautiful. And it's exciting because this crossroads is going to take you to a new place within your journey. But you have to, again, allow the universe to support you and be willing to go in the direction that Spirit is guiding and leading you, and recognizing the individuals that Spirit, Source, the universe are putting across your path. Alchemy. Of course, it is alchemy here, right? Do you see there's two and at the center there's one? The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform miracles of transmutation. You have transmuted the pain from the journey to get here, to be this high vibrational match for someone who is ready for you. Someone who can hold you in a way that you've never been held before. But you have to have this spiritual maturity and this emotional freedom in order to recognize them. Why now? Why are these individuals showing up in your life now? Because it's your time to shine. These are the people who are going to cheer you on your journey. These are the individuals who will provide advice, encouragement. These are the individuals who might be on their knees praying for you. These are the individuals who are riding for you. They know it's your time to shine and they want to see you do good. You know, that quote, we rise by lifting others. They're acquainted with that. They have no problem showing up for you. No problem at all, because they know you're worth it. They value you. How else can you identify these individuals? Their compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. This is like finding a pair of shoes that fits you perfectly. They're not a half size too small. They're not a half size too big. They're just right. And these individuals have a heart of compassion, a spirit of excellence, and it's going to be hard to miss who they are. I mean, I'm serious. Even if you were blind, you have other senses that are going to know them by their characteristics and their qualities, their vibration, their energy just won't lie. How else will you know them? They have a vision. Archangel Michael and Lapis Lazuli. These individuals have a vision and a purpose to their lives, and they're not afraid to get about their grind with or without a counterpart and do the darn thing. You will recognize that they're not waiting for somebody else to show up to complete them. By Jerry Maguire. They are already moving expeditiously towards their vision and goals. No batteries required. Beyond the threshold of fear. These individuals are spiritual gangsters, divine rebels, and operate in badassery all the ding dang time, whether you realize it or not, because they refuse to let fear paralyze them or stop them from moving forward with their goals. These are individuals who, on this journey, they have experienced levels of darkness. They have experienced threats. They have experienced anxiety. They have experienced feeling alone. But the one thing that remains in the middle of this card is the light. And that's what they chose to focus on. Just like the card before said, focus on the light. That is what these individuals have done. They know that there is always sunshine after a storm. They know the sun will always come up tomorrow. It might be hard as heck to get up after you've been knocked down a few times, more than a few times, but they get up because the light calls them every day. They can't live without the light. They get up and they do whatever it takes, like that song by Imagine Dragons, whatever it takes. That's how you know this is a good match for you, because you've seen what they're like in the midst of hard times and struggles. If they fold up their little tent and wave their white flag and go in the closet in the fetal position, I don't know about them. I mean, there's times we all feel like doing that, but I'm going to tell you what, people who are resilient, people who are going to show up for themselves, they're going to show up for you in your darkest hour. You don't need people that spread like mustard in your life when the shit hits the fan, guys. I'm just saying. Some of these people we thought were riding for us, they were just riding along with us, truth be told, for what they could get. Just saying. Holla. Holla if you hear me. People who have gone beyond the threshold of fear, those are the kind of people you want in your life, because when you experience turbulence and battles, those are the kind of people you want on your team riding with you. Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for optimal ability to create the reality we desire. No problem here, right? Here's the third eye, there's the mind. No problem here, here's the heart. We're coherent. You know, have you ever heard when someone says that, I used to watch that show Cops, and they would talk about how the suspect was incoherent. I was like, ooh. In other words, they were not with the program. Well, guess what, everybody? Your heart and mind are now with the program. Divine masculine and divine feminine are in divine union within themselves, and now they are gravitating towards high frequency partnerships because both of these people understand love has no ownership. No more of this incoherence, codependency garbage anymore. I need you. Listen, Linda, you need someone like you need a root canal. Well, but then again, somebody might need a root canal. But y'all know what I'm trying to say here. Coherence means you get it. You get it. You're both individuals. You don't need each other like a parasite needs a host. Okay? You're spiritually mature and you're emotionally free and you have autonomy, which means you can move freely in the connection without problem because you're not trying to attach or put a vice grip on someone. You're able to just flow, go with the flow, but stay woke and be aware and be with the program here. Understand what's going on. Yep. Heart healing. Angel Bathiel and Rose Quartz. You will recognize these individuals by the glow coming from their heart. These individuals who come into your life have a large capacity, an extra large capacity to love. Many of them have been hurt before. Many of them have been lied to, cheated on, deceived, deluded, the whole 10 yards. But they have not shut down the heart chakra and have shut down so badly that they can't allow people of high quality to be seen by the eyes of their heart, to be allowed to come into their energy field. People who have gone through that dark night, dark nights, you know, let me see if I can find that card because it was just so powerful. These individuals who moved beyond the threshold of fear moved into heart healing. They're doing whatever it takes to be healthy and whole so that they are equipped and prepared for healthy connections. How else will you identify these individuals who are high quality, high frequency individuals in your life? Integrity. Number 11 card again, Goddess Rhiannon and Amazonite. Integrity. Does this person speak truth? Are they aligned with a vibration of truth? If they are, they're operating in integrity. They're not going to do things that are shady. They're not going to be out to do you dirty and hurt you. They understand there's too much on the line for that. They hurt themselves. If they hurt you, they hurt themselves. That's what people understand. They get it. If they hurt you, they hurt themselves. So they have enough integrity and care for themselves to not do something dirty to you, knowing that they're hurting themselves. These are people aligned with the vibration of truth. Pay attention, folks, because these are some salt of the earth kind of people. These are the kind of people that you want with you as your ride or dies, because they are going to be aligned with the vibration of truth and love. Boom, next card that came out, support, absolutely. Archon Barbello and Picture Jasper, support. These are people who will support you. They're not here to drain you. We have got to learn to stop watering dead trees. The real support comes from people who you water them and they water you, and neither one of you runs out of water. You just grow. These are individuals who understand how to be part of a team, but know how to be individuals. Angel, Lahiel, and Labradorite. Powerful. These are people who know how to stand on their own 2 feet. They don't even have training wheels on. They know how to govern themselves. They know how to handle their lives and take care of their business. They know how to come together with you like, and again, autonomy. It's just like a rubber band. You pull the rubber band far apart and it comes back together. That's why it's able to be a free form connection. There is no constricting rule that keeps you bound to this person. You naturally are gravitating towards each other. That's why it's not a toxic connection. It is a healthy, or a toxic attachment. It's a healthy connection. Because your cosmic heart, you have a universal love for spirit, source, the divine, the universe, humanity, Mother Gaia, your angels, your ascended masters and spirit guides. The cosmic heart recognizes other cosmic hearts. Always, right? Always. What's that? You better recognize. You will know them by their heart. Anybody can put on a mask and fake the funk, but you're going to know these people by their heart. So I want to give you hope. These individuals are out there. Some of you already know them, and you may have not allowed yourself to see them through the eyes of love, but you will after tonight. Oh, yes, you will. Because Spirit's like, come on. There's synergy between you and your soulmates. Get active and start connecting with your soulmates. Start making efforts to reach out. Hello. Left side, as Ralph Smart says. These individuals, and it's like, Spirit's like, pull over. I'm going to go ahead and read this. I'm going to read it to you because this card is of the utmost importance. This is about governing. This is one of the biggest ways that you are going to recognize high frequency, high vibrational individuals, because their inner queen, which is, when we say the queen of hearts, the queen of your heart, the divine feminine energy of the heart must be in alignment for a masculine or a feminine to recognize true mates to their soul, because they understand how to govern their emotions. The inner queen, the goddess Persephone and Ruby. We bring you the empowerment of the inner queen. The inner queen exercises authority through divine feminine wisdom. Her empowerment is active within men and women that consciously seek, the key word there, guys, is consciously seeks to honor feeling, instinct, and intuition, and choose to live their lives accordingly to a moral code of compassion. Do you understand what just happened here? It doesn't matter what gender you are. When this heart chakra has its eyes open and the emotional freedom is flowing, you have empowerment. And you will recognize other conscious individuals that seek to honor feeling, instinct, and intuition. What are three of the main areas where people get butt hurt? When somebody will not acknowledge or accept their feelings, when somebody decides not to trust their instinct and something unfavorable happens, and when someone feels an intuitive nudge and they don't follow through and they miss something that could have changed their life for the better. This inner queen is not operating in that kind of fuckery, okay? I said it. This queen, this inner queen, recognizes that they must live by a moral code of compassion, even if other people are not. You're going to notice these people take the high road time and time again. Yeah, people have done them dirty. They've had some pretty shady shit happen, but you will notice that doesn't change them. they're still going to be a righteous person of integrity and compassion and empathy. You know, I shared that story with you guys about it was the egg, the carrot, and the coffee bean. I don't know if you're able to put that story up, Kate, but out of this story, you know, the hot water was boiled, a carrot was put in. The carrot started off hard and then ended up softening and becoming mush because it couldn't take the heat. The egg starts out liquefied on the inside, but once put in the boiling water, the egg becomes hard. The water transformed the egg. The only thing that was able to withstand the hot water was the coffee bean. And as a matter of fact, the coffee bean changed the composition of the water, and it actually made this aromatic smell. I don't know if any of you have smelled fresh coffee in your lives, but it is just one of the most pleasant scents. It's beautiful. Imagine that happening with you. If you've gone through some really tumultuous times, and instead of lashing out and being angry, your inner queen kicks in and says, I will still govern with compassion, wisdom. I will still use my intuition, I will honor feelings and instinct, and I will live by a moral code of compassion regardless of what other people are doing. Okay? It says, when the inner queen stirs within, judgment is replaced with empathy for your own suffering and that of others. Okay, this is the big one. When your inner queen is activated, you can understand that human beings who cannot resolve their suffering will unconsciously act out their pain in the world. This is distortion energy. When people are angry, unforgiving, when they allow the traumas to replay over and over and over in their minds, irrational thoughts keep coming back, they become distorted. They become distorted. Do you see this? These individuals act out their pain in the world. They act it out. They may mistreat you because they're acting out. Your inner queen knows how to handle this energy. Okay? The inner queen understands that when individuals are in this energy, they're unconsciously expressing their inner story with their outer actions, the story of their inner pain. The healing power of the inner queen brings the inner pain to consciousness where it can finally be released and the soul is freed. This happens because of her compassion, because the inner queen does not approach life with a fearful or judging nature, so she can move freely through all realms, witness great pain and darkness, and remain centered. Centered in a heart shining with gentle light of intention for the liberation from suffering of all beings. She reminds us of our innate divine dignity and healing power of compassion. When you are in this vibration, as I think it's Angelina who says, you're unfuckwithable, because you will not allow other people's distortion to change you, because you operate in spiritual maturity and emotional freedom, and we will not be having that today. Okay? That's what's going down. Your inner queen is activated, and this is how you're going to know the type of people who are soul mates. Their inner queen is activated. You're going to watch them deal with some really crazy stuff and be like, but you're not going to see them step out of that seat of love Oh, they might have to get a little Queen of Swords and be like, I will cut you, but they are not going to do it in a way that is going to bust someone to smithereens. They're going to do it in a very tactful and diplomatic way, but trust you me, they will let you know in a heartbeat, not today, honey, you will not be getting away with that. And that's okay, because that inner queen has that authority. This is somebody who is not going to just, fly off the handle and throw down. This is someone who's tempered, has temperance. They've thought about things. They're very mindful and they ponder things. They don't just react, and they're not haphazard in their decisions. Think about that. As you sit on your throne in the arena of your mind, are you handling things with dignity and integrity? If you are, congratulations. Every once in a while, we take our own left turn at Albuquerque and we have a little freak out, but that's okay. As long as we get back to this center, we're good. Oh yeah. So these soulmates, platonic or romantic, they have a connection to Gaia's frequency. The frequency of Gaia reminds us we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. So these individuals understand the importance of supporting Mother Gaia. They're out in nature. They are looking at how to be in conservation or assisting the planet in some way, lifting up their carbon footprint, whatever it is. You'll recognize them by that vibration. I love Ralph Smart had said something in one of his videos a while back that when he was going vegan and he was dating someone who was a meat eater, it was like, they just weren't on the same page. And, as he met others who, were vegans like himself, it just seemed to be, there wasn't this consonance dissonance. There was just a flow between them. And so, individuals who are caring about Mother Gaia are going to be easy to spot. You're going to know. You're going to know. Universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, our planet, Mother Gaia, and the whole of existence itself. These individuals are not just caught up in me, 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 me. They're not just looking at how they can serve themselves. They're not behaving in narcissistic ways. And about those narcissistic ways, I showed you guys this, that Brittany Henry of Alluring Vibes posted on her channel the other day, and it was the acronym for narcissist. And again, this is so powerful. If you remember this, you'll be very mindful of the vibration of people that you come into contact with. So you see narcissist is right down along here. It says N, never admits to being wrong. A, avoids emotions and accountability. R, rages if anyone challenges them. C, childish when they don't get their way. I, instills doubts in their victims. S, stonewalls during conflicts. S, smears and slanders you. I, in denial and gaslights you. S, subjects you to silent treatment. And T, triangulates you and tears you down. If individuals are operating in that vibration, they are not operating in a vibration of universal love. And because we have exposed the root of truth versus delusion, now we have become more in tune to the vibration and aligned with truth. So truth and universal love go hand in hand, just like the third eye chakra and the heart go hand in hand. You will recognize individuals that are for your greatest and highest good by how they conduct themselves with universal love. Okay? Universal love is like a telltale sign as to who you are dealing with. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people can fake the funk and pretend like they're good people and that they're helping and doing stuff. But you know what? Energy doesn't lie. Watch and observe. Your knower will know. Look at that. The courage of your love. Yeah, it's going to take courage for you to engage in a healthy connection with an individual that is in union with their masculine and feminine energies. Do you know why it's going to take courage? Because these individuals will go the distance. Many people are used to these wishy-washy connection or attachments with people where one minute they feel secure and the next minute it's like the Jenga game has crashed down. It's going to take courage for you to be in these kind of connections now, because these are the people who are not going to ghost, breadcrumb, disappear. These individuals value you enough to shed light and truth. Notice there's the light. There's light being shed on the connection. These are even soulmates that are platonic that will shed light and say, I've got feelings for you. They're not afraid. They don't have that vibrational constraint keeping their throat closed off. They're able to express their feelings and shed light on the situation. Why? Because they're courageous. And the heart chakra is open and the third eye is open, and they're trusting and verifying, and they know that when they come to that person, they know by the vibration if they're open and receptive or not. But because they know that love takes no ownership, they can give unconditional universal love and know that that person cares for them. Whether it goes to a romantic connection or not, who knows? But they know that at the base of the foundation of their connection is truth and love. Yep, it's going to take some bravery. For some people, it's like a pendulum swinging. I surge on the uprising wave of love. As they become more loving towards themselves, accepting of themselves, it's so much easier to swing on that momentum to be able to show agape, unconditional love to others. Right? Hello. This is kind of cool. I mean, I'm kind of like blown away at this, how Spirit had this format for tonight, but it's all good gravy. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. Oh, yes. Conscious connections. You're going to recognize these individuals because they're conscious. They're woke. They're woke. They know what's up. They're not afraid to be rare, raw, and real. They're not afraid to be vulnerable. The masks are off. You know? Now, they're not going to show up with a face full of Noxzema, but,